Hey all, this is Dave, and today's big hairy idea is spreading your wings. We have something kind of funny happening right now in the Mason household. When Ari Lev decided to go to boarding school up in the north of Israel this year, one of the things I personally was most excited about was that somebody else would have the responsibility of waking him up in the morning. He's a 14-year-old teenager. I'm sure everyone has an idea of what it's like getting teenagers out of bed and going in the morning. And that was, one of the most stressful parts of our day last year. But a funny thing's happened this year. He goes to this school, and they're supposed to get the kids up at 7 a.m. every day. But Ari Lev has been setting an alarm for 6, getting up and going running, most of the time just on his own because he couldn't find anyone else who wanted to go running with him at that hour. But then he comes home, and he's just as impossible to get out of bed as he was last year. So what's happening? All week long, he's getting up at 6, he gets himself up, he gets going, and he goes running. And then he comes home, and he refuses to budge. Even last week, it's not just a weekend thing and being tired. Even last week when we had elections and he was home for a day, he just won't get out of bed, just like before. So what's happening? What happened to all of this incredible self-discipline that is allowing him to get up at 6 every single day? What happens to that when he comes home? It's just gone. And I think there's something about the roles we play. When he's in our house, it's like he automatically goes back to that kid mode resisting parental rules that we've probably all gone through. I know even I now at age 45, when we go back and visit family, I see we all kind of fall back into the familiar roles we had in the household when we were kids. But when he's at school, he's in this new environment, he's on his own, he's really spreading his wings, he's really saying, okay, who am I going to be? Well, I want to be the kind of guy who gets up at 6 and goes running. And that's amazing. And we're so excited for that. Bummer doesn't also translate into, okay, when I go home, I'm still the kind of guy who wants to decide for myself when I'm getting up and get up early and go running. That's just gone, unfortunately. But at least he's developing it on his own. I think this is one of the real reasons that we were so excited about the idea of him going away to school, was that there's a certain stage in life you just have to go and take that step on your own. You've got to kind of, spread your wings and start to fly on your own. And it's amazing seeing that whenever he's in that environment, he really steps up. And we can forgive the fact that when he comes back to our home base, that he kind of goes back down again and kind of falls into the same roles that he was in before. Because it's kind of the point of life that he's at. But sometimes, like, all the encouragement we give and all of the setting of structures and rules and everything we're trying to give him, to some degree, it can actually get in the way. There are some times that actually, when everyone just leaves you alone, like Ari Lev is at school, when he's completely on his own, that inner desire has to be awoken, that he has to bring that out and choose for himself what he's going to be. So sometimes getting away from all of these rules, all of these imposed structures, can really be an amazing way of stepping up for yourself. And so I'm somebody who likes to kind of impose structures upon myself. I find that they're helpful. But every once in a while you can see that maybe stepping away from that can actually be exactly what you need to get you into taking that step up, becoming that more self-motivated person, self-driven person, who doesn't need all those external things, who's actually, to some degree, rebelling against them when they're imposed. So I just want to leave you with that question. Like, what are some structures that maybe are getting in your way, that are making things too easy and that you fight against? And maybe that you need to remove to allow yourself to really flourish and spread those wings.